Just open it up so they can visually look at it.
So today, in the wake of these latest attacks, I'm unveiling a 5-point plan to rid our subways of people who commit crimes and to protect all New Yorkers, whether you're a commuter or a transit worker. Point 1. I'm redeploying nearly 1,000 members of the New York State Police, MTA Police, and MTA National Guard to conduct bag checks in the city's busiest transit stations. About the resources that we can bring to this situation. So we'll be having 750 members of the New York National Guard, as well as another 250 personnel from state and MTA police. You'll start seeing them at the tables, making sure that weapons are not being brought in, working in concert with our New York State Police, as well as our NYPD. Because no one heading to their job or to visit family or to go to a doctor appointment should worry that the person sitting next to them possesses a deadly weapon. They shouldn't worry about whether someone's going to brandish a knife or gun. That's what we're going to do at these checkpoints. Number 2, I'm proposing that we amend New York State laws in this session, in a matter of weeks, to allow courts to ban anyone from riding the subway or taking a bus who's convicted of a violent crime against another passenger. So basically, if you assault someone on the subways, you won't be on the subways. And a judge will now have the power to make sure that for at least 3 years, they'll have the ability to keep you off the subways. Now, this isn't some radical idea. Think about if you're convicted of a DWI. A judge determines that you're a danger. Guess what? You're not riding on our roads. You're not able to drive a vehicle. You lose your license. It's the same principle right here. And I expect the judges to use that discretion.
Shalom, Call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to our teachers, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us his truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Which woe means destruction, okay? Because this system, all right, this is a wicked, evil system, all right? And the fact what's going on in New York right now, where they deployed the National Guard because of those migrants, okay, which you the one that let them in the first place. But it's starting to look like a police state, okay? New York is starting to look like a police state, and it's going to pass down to these other states as well. So real quick, what is a police state? It says definition: a totalitarian state. So I can never get that word right. Controlled by a political police force that secretly supervises the citizens' activities. Okay, and you saw them; they was going through people's bags. Okay, which that looks like illegal search and seizure, man. Okay, so more and more they're taking away the right to you Americans, while freely letting these people come into the borders. And when they people come into the borders, They don't get checked when they come into the borders. They just letting them freely, walk on up in here. But all the while, they putting more restrictions upon you so-called Americans. Okay, you can come in the border and not be searched, but you go try to get on a plane, or now a or now if you try to go get on a train, you got to get searched. You see? So this is just going to show you that this devil, okay, hey, we see what you're doing, okay? That they're going to bring in a police state, martial law, okay, curfews, all these things are going to ensue in these times to come, because they have something called order out of chaos. So they cause the chaos, and then they bring in the order. Now let's bring this back. Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1. Woe, which means destruction unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. This is a unrighteous law, okay? An unrighteous rule that they're putting into play, because you got people that ain't carrying nothing, or they ain't even an immigrant, and now they're getting searched. You see? So you cause this problem, and then you try to fix the problem by causing more problems. But we understand that this is the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and these things must take place. It's that to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And that's what they're doing, taking away your rights, man. Okay, putting you more in hell, and they're gonna really disproportionately put this hell upon Jake. Okay, they're gonna disproportionately search Jake. That's what they always do. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay, so Satan is not going to be able to get advantage of us, man. We see what he's doing. We know how this man get down. It says in the NLT, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. And this is a part of his evil schemes. Okay, this man wants to bring in a new world order. Okay, he wants to take away more of your freedoms. Okay, if you can even call it that. All right, this is what he's doing, and in doing this, he's going to cause more more hell. Okay, more hell. That's all it is. And then this is going to lead up to same thing with these immigrants coming in here. It's going to lead up to them bringing out that charagma and say, oh well, we got to make sure everybody has a digital ID, and everybody has to be has to get its charagma. And then if you say, oh no, I don't agree with that, I don't want to get that, they're going to say, oh well, you're the problem. Okay, and deem you domestic terrorists. Okay, when you don't let all the damn terrorists in here. All right, and not all those migrants are bad, but you got even the elect among some of them, but majority of them are goddamn monsters, man. I got a video I'm gonna re-upload. It's on my burner channel, but it hasn't got a strike, so I might put it on my main channel. But it's they call it jack-a-holding. Okay, jack-a-holding. You got the jack-a-holding boys in here, and it's these goddamn migrants giving you the rundown of how they grape women. All right, so you let these people in here. Now they beating up on the police. They doing all type of crazy shit. Lawlessness, because where they come from, hey, they can do whatever they want to do, really. So they come here and they're doing the same thing. They don't respect the authority. So now because of that, they're going to put more hell upon you. Okay, same thing with 9/11 and the Patriot Act. Okay, they do some false flag, and then next thing you know, now you getting groped and fundled at the goddamn airport. It says Psalm chapter 10, which we already I ain't even finna go there. All right.
So today,
This is the vibration. Can't even wear a bag no more. And they got these two niggas sitting right here. Okay. Got these two niggas sitting right there. They got two niggas. All right, and they got the guns. So Psalm chapter 10 verse 1. Why standest thou afar off, O Yahweh? Why hidest thou thyself in time of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. And that's all this is. This is a avenue to persecute you Israelites, because we are the poor. Okay? This is another avenue to persecute you, Just like what happened when the whole demic came. Jake wasn't wearing a mask, and cops was jumping out on Jake in New York and beating their ass. That's all it says. You know, Esau can do what the hell he want to do, but let you Jakes do it. That's your ass. It says, um, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined, right? Because it's going to all fall upon them. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and boast and blesseth the covetous, whom Yahweh abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High, but that's like the Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above. It's like judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And that's the spirit of Esau. Okay? And this is why they're going to come down with more wrath, more hell, because the way they see it, you're going to either get with the program or you're going to get with the program. All right? And that's pretty much it on that. Matt, let me read a little bit more. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. And that's what it says. This is a bunch of mischief. You had this woman right here.
So today, in the wake of these latest attacks, I'm unveiling a 5-point.
Okay, acting like she's but she acting like she coming to save the day. Okay, they talking about container inspection. All right, it says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Right. So this devil, he's, you know, he really wants you Jakes. All right, that's his whole MO, is to get you Israelites, okay, to oppress you Israelites. This is nothing but oppression. Okay, and it's going to cause you these Babylonians, you know, these Egyptians to fight against each other. You see, all it's going to do is make him lose his kingdom that much faster. All right, it says let me grab that real quick. It says let me grab this, Salakia. This is Matthew chapter 12 verse 25. It says, and Yahawashi knew their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And this is why, you know, they pretty much, you know, under the table deemed you so-called Americans domestic terrorists. Okay, they are at war with their own citizens. Okay, while bringing these migrants in here to use them to, you know, they're gonna use these migrants to come against the American people. It says, if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall his kingdom stand? That's why you got these two, you know, the Democrats and the Republicans, and here we are in election year. All these things happening is going to lead up to a civil war. All right, to more hell. All right, and like I showed you about the word police state, America's becoming a police state. All right, and what's going to happen is, as things get worse, these devils, you know, they're going to start, you know, getting more and more violent, you know, bringing out more and more laws against you, things that you can't do, more and more restrictions. Isaiah 59 verse 19, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Because this devil's going to come in like a flood, okay? You're going to see more troops on the streets, more hell, you know, more oppression, more inspections, all these things, man. Let me play some more of this. You're going to see all these things, all right? It says, let me go here. Look at this. Let's just read this real quick. It says, backpacks, containers are subject to inspection prior to entering a mass transit system. Individuals may refuse to permit inspection and elect not to enter the system. Right. So if you don't get down, if you don't accept them checking your bag, you ain't then you ain't going in that direction where you was going. Okay, which a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, prophecy. Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 14. Woe to them that dwell in the world. It's like woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the destruction. Salakia. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. This is going to make people rise up and, buck up against this system. Okay, it's going to be, chaos. All right. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And in New York, I've been in New York, I've rode the trains. And you can get on a train and go from one city or borough to another, okay? But you ain't gonna be able to, at least not this way, if look at this, individuals who refuse the container search and later attempt to enter the system with the uninspected container will be subject to arrest. You see, so now they talking about arresting you for not wanting to get your bag searched just because they let these damn people in here. It says, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. So there you go. All right. And this just shows you that you ain't gonna be able to go into these to use these people, systems pretty soon, man. They're gonna cut us all off from all this stuff. All right. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 27, it says, behold, the Most High himself is the judge. The Most High himself is the judge. Fear him, leave all from your sins, and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall the Most High lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble. And that's what we got to do. Come back to YAHAWASHI, because all hell is about to break loose, and we want to be delivered from that trouble. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And putting you in them FEMA camps, man. Okay, trying to make you take that charagma. All right. They eyeing everybody down to see if they got a bag. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. So you consent. If you just go with this man's, program, it's not going to be easier for you. It's going to get worse. They're going to put more restrictions on you, more hell upon you. It says, and there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And the word insurrection right here, it says, an act or instance of rising in revolt, rebellion, or resistance against civil authority or an established government. Right, so that's what's coming. Okay, insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. These people are going to start, spazzing out. Okay, and bringing hell upon you people. All right, it says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away your goods and cast them out of their houses. That's what's coming too. You're going to be pilgrims. It says, and then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as a gold in the fire. And we definitely going to be tried, brothers and sisters. They coming down with the hammer very soon for us teaching this Bible. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. And the Lord's going to guide us and protect us. He's going to lead us out of this, these tumultuous times. Okay? Because it's only going to get worse. Let me end off with this right here. Let's grab this. It says, this is Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation, and the end of your world. And we are about to witness the end of this world as we know it. Okay, the end of America as we know it, man. All right, and these are just the beginning stages. Okay, these are the beginning of sorrows. You know, you used to be able to just, you know, walk freely in America, you know, with a bag, or in New York with a bag. Now, not so much. Okay, they already took away your right to, you know, to bear arms, because in New York you're not allowed to have firearms. You see, so you can't even protect yourself, and that's the way they want it. You know, this is all according to their plan. All right, but that's the point on that. With that being said, I'm gonna say Shalom, Kwame Sharala, Baba Ball. Praise lessons be edifying to the hopeful elect. Double honors to our teachers, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. And on to the next one. Shalom.